Good afternoon. My name is Joe Cimperman, and with Global Cleveland here at the Cleveland Public Library, as we begin the conclusion of our Sister Cities Cleveland 2020 conference. We are so honored to have had so many people join us. People participating in the panels that we had moderators from all over the world, and this would not have been possible without the incredible support of people like the Cleveland Public Library, as well as the incredible staff of Heidi Strickland, Aaron, Tristan, Dr. Sadie Winlock, and Director Felton Thomas. We are so grateful for them, and also grateful for the incredible organization of Elizabeth Guzma, who was the architect of this, and Jenica Gonzalez, who was there every step of the way to make sure that this all happened. I also want to thank from the Global Cleveland team, Nancy Janis. I want to thank Michelle Carver, Supriya Tumang, Colin Derrick, Esther Ngemba, and Rosarita DeMillo. It gives me great pleasure now to introduce he is the councilperson from the 7th Ward in the city of. He is Cleveland City Councilman Bashir Jones, and he has a message of welcome and warmth for all of our participants now in the Global Cleveland concluding sessions of this conference.
What's going on? This is Councilman Bashir Jones, and I'm so excited about this amazing conference. And, you know, Cleveland is such a very beautiful place as we honor the immigration of our Chinese brothers and sisters, 150 years. And we honor the immigration of our Mexican brothers and sisters, 100 years. And both groups have given so much to make Cleveland this great city that it is. I want to say thank you so much to all the amazing people that have put this amazing event together. And if our city is not a city that is open to all people, then our city will be doomed. Our city will not grow. But as we continue to grow and move into this next decade, we want to be a city that is open to all people. And immigrants should feel welcome here. They should feel loved here. And they should feel appreciated. So as long as I'm in leadership here in this great city of Cleveland, that will be one of my top priorities. Very important. So once again, thank you all so much for all the great work that you've done. Thank you for this amazing conference. I think that this is more important than we know. And God bless you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the naturalization process. Judge Dan Polster will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Now, please tune in for the naturalization. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, everyone can be seated. Sorry. So again, I want to welcome each of you. We typically conduct these ceremonies in the federal courthouse. And in fact, we had not been doing any ceremonies for 6 months because of the pandemic. I did 2 ceremonies a couple of weeks ago on Constitution Day, September 17th. And I'm glad that we're able to do the ceremony here. This is a wonderful building. But this ceremony isn't like the normal ones. Usually this room would be packed, whether it's here or our room in the courthouse, because we would have between 60 and 80 new citizens. Now we have about 30. Each new citizen typically brings 1 or more family members or friends. And then we have pictures during the ceremony, and I stay afterward for pictures. And I shake everyone's hand. And obviously no one normally wears a mask. Well, things are different. We've had to have everyone wearing a mask. We're all socially distant. There are 30 of you, not 60 or 80. There are no family or members or friends. They're sadly outside. I wish it were different. I wish a lot of things were different. But we want to do these ceremonies. They're very important. They're important to us. They're important to you. So I'm very glad to be here. We typically do these in the federal courthouse, and I think that's a fitting place to to have a ceremony done and with a federal judge, because it is the independent judicial branch and the rule of law, which is perhaps the single most important feature of our government. And I took an oath when I became a judge, and the oath was to support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States, very similar to the oath that I'll be giving each of you in a few minutes. Because it's that Constitution which guarantees each American those rights of citizenship which we hold sacred, the right to pray or not to pray as each of us sees fit, freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, right to vote. And again, a lot of people, when they think about America, they think of capitalism. Capitalism is important, but without the predictability and certainty that the Constitution and the rule of law gives us, there would be no capitalism. And I know that many of you come from countries where you did not have those rights and those freedoms, and that you may have suffered persecution in your lives, and that you may have loved ones right now who are being persecuted. So I know what a special day this is for you. When I was younger, it was common to refer to America as a melting pot. That was just the expression everyone used when I was a young boy. And I thought, all right, well, we're a melting pot. But the older I got, I realized that's not accurate, because a melting pot suggests you dump everything in, mush it around, and everything comes out the same. I think it's more accurate to describe our country as a deep, delicious stew. I know many of you have family recipes for stew, and if you make it correctly, you can taste each ingredient and each spice. So we have a pretty good stew going. It's been cooking for about 240 years. But guess what? Each of you is adding your special ingredient, your special spice, and together we're making something better than any of us could make ourselves. So my ancestors came here. They came here from Russia, Hungary, Lithuania. They came for the same reason you did, to seek a better life for yourselves, your children, God willing, your grandchildren, for political and economic freedom. You're now part of this great American tradition, and you're enriching this country with your customs, traditions, and heritage. At the same time, you're embracing ours. And I know that this is not an easy time to be an immigrant, a newcomer. Sadly, there are people who are not making it a friendly or hospitable time, and I think they're wrong. In my opinion, what makes, everyone talks about the American spirit. Well, the American spirit, the reason it's so good is it's an immigrant spirit. For more than 200 years, we have taken in all these wonderful people from around the world that other countries didn't want or threw out because they didn't fit in. They came here. Immigrants are the most courageous entrepreneurial people on the planet. I don't think I'd have enough guts to do what each of you did, to leave my family, friends, to go to a place where no one looked like me, no one talked like me, and to make it on my own, like my ancestor did, like all of you have. But that's what builds this country. And again, I'm sorry that certain officials, certain leaders seem to have forgotten that important part of our history, but at least one public official knows it. So, of course, you know, in our country, we talk about rights all the time, rights and freedoms. Yes, they're very important, but that's only half the story. Citizens have responsibilities, and rights without responsibilities don't make a country. And a lot of people forget that too. So a good citizen knows his or her country's history, current issues, and values. A good citizen keeps informed. A good citizen participates in the political process. A good citizen accepts responsibility for improvement of life for all citizens. And perhaps most importantly, again, a lot of people seem to forget this, a good citizen shows respect and tolerance for everyone else, even people who don't agree with you, or you don't agree with them. You still show respect and tolerance. So I want to congratulate each and every one of you on reaching this very, very important day in your lives. And my hope and prayer for each of you is that each of you always be proud of America, and that America always be proud of each and every one of you. Now, it's my custom before I hand out the certificates of naturalization, citizenship, to each of you, I invite anyone who'd like to share a few words. I know no one's come to prepare a speech, and this isn't law school. I'm not going to call on anyone or embarrass anyone, but trust me, the best part of these ceremonies is not what I say, but it's what our new citizens say. So normally I call people up to the microphone. I can't do that. This room's small enough. I think if any of you stand up and speak loudly, we can hear you. So I think it would be great if anyone wants to volunteer, just stand up, give me your name, where you're from, and what you're thinking or feeling. Don't be shy, don't be bashful. We're not expecting a speech, but trust me, each of you has come through a whole lot to get here. And it would enrich all of us if someone shared that. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, anyone else like to say a few words? Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. That's great. Anyone else? You can see that's much better than anything I said. Yes, sir, right in the front. Thank you, sir. And we all know that Rwanda went through a very difficult period, and you probably lived through a lot of that. So, okay, anyone else? Okay, well, thank you very much. So now I would like each of you to rise. Oh, there was someone. Was someone else? Oh, sorry. I was looking left and right and not straight ahead. Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am. Okay, that's great. Thank you to our oh, yes, up in the corner there. Thank you very much. Anyone else? That's great. We've never had 5 volunteers. Had 1, 2, 3 at the most. This is terrific. If I stayed long enough, we'd have all 29. Yes, yes, ma'am. Thank you. Okay, 6 volunteers, wonderful. So I'd like each of our citizens to stand up, and I have the honor to give you the oath of naturalization. And if each of you can rise. Do each of you hereby declare that you absolutely and entirely renounce all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, monarch, state, or sovereignty of which you have previously been a subject or a citizen, that each of you will support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that each of you will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that each of you will bear arms on behalf of the United States when required by the law, that each of you will perform non-combatant service in the armed forces of the United States when required by law, that each of you will perform work of national importance under civilian direction when required by the law, and that each of you take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, under pain and penalty of perjury. Congratulations. Okay. Thank you. All right. Now I'm going to have the privilege of honoring each. I'll call everyone by name. I will try to pronounce your name correctly, but I may not succeed. So Carla Ortega Rodriguez from Mexico. Congratulations, ma'am. Olga Zimin from Russia. Congratulations, ma'am. Mandira Minali from Bhutan. Congratulations. I may have passed out to second one by mistake. Thank you. Rijana Rai from Bhutan. Congratulations, ma'am. Angeli Rosana Pena from Dominican Republic. Krista Jolene Amba Stewart from Trinidad and Tobago. Congratulations. Adriana Granada from Colombia. Thank you for volunteering, ma'am. Congratulations. Elena Varaktarakis from Ukraine. Thank you for volunteering. Cornelia Teresa Miller from Romania. Congratulations. Chandra Maya Kadka from Bhutan. Congratulations, ma'am. Mon Kadka from Bhutan. Congratulations. Mariana Marinovska from Ukraine. Congratulations. Emily Emin Fesli from Turkey. Oops. I think that was me. Must be someone. I don't think it's me. I don't know what's going. Someone must be on a cord. I don't know. Got a power outage or something. Moises Elias Cooley from El Salvador. I better go through fast or else I won't be able to read these. Tony Monif Hassan from Israel. Thank you. Our first volunteer. That's the first one's the key. Indrani Sarkar Saha from India. Congratulations. Prem Rungmahang from Bhutan. Lalu Pakrin from Bhutan. Congratulations, ma'am. Monu Bhattarai from Bhutan. Chandra Gatani from Bhutan. Zainab Ahmed Hassan from Somalia. Congratulations. Rebecca Hutchison from China. Thank you for volunteering. Ahmed Mahmoud Alani from Iraq. Nicolina Sidoti from Italy. Isabel Chu Yu Liu from Taiwan. Jay Bahadur Kafla from Bhutan. Congratulations, sir. Rachel Akuch Mayom Kuach from South Sudan. Thank you for volunteering, and I hope things become more peaceful and safer in South Sudan soon. Emmanuel Bakundukizi Mugenzi from Rwanda. Thank you for volunteering, sir. And last but not least, Bal Kumari Baraili from Bhutan. Good. All right, I want to congratulate each and every one of you. And one very important thing, I believe that outside will be someone from the Board of Elections who can register you to vote. This is one of the last days where you'll be allowed to register to vote for our election November 3rd. Vote registration closes 30 days before, which is right around the corner. So it's very easy. You give you a form, register to vote, and then there are 3 ways to vote. You come to the precinct, you'll find out where you're to vote, or it may be easier. There's an application you can fill out to get an absentee vote ballot. It will be mailed to you, and then you either complete the ballot, put it in the envelope, and mail it, or bring it to the Board of Elections. One of 2 ways. But I suggest if you don't want to go into a crowd on election day, you can vote absentee, and you'll have an application right there to get that ballot. Or, of course, you just come on November the 3rd. You'll be able to vote for our next president. Okay, thank you very much, and stay safe.
Well, thank you very much to Judge Polster, and thank you to the library, and congratulations to all of our newly naturalized U.S. citizens. We're just so thrilled not only that you chose the United States, but that you chose the greatest city in the United States, Cleveland, Ohio. We're grateful to you for you being part of that. The next part of our presentation is an unbelievable musician. His name is Eusebio Sánchez. He is a percussionist, a music producer. He is from Monterey, and he is incredible. And so we are really excited right now to be able to welcome Eusebio Sánchez, who's going to come and he's going to play some amazing music for you. What's important is that these connections of music over time happen together so well, and we're so lucky to have this incredible performer of Eusebio. In 2019, thanks to the support of the Estimado Fiscal a Creación Artística, he was able to produce the performance El Amor y la Muerte, carrying out with his artistic direction as a soloist, featuring an orchestra conformed of 70 alumni, y Danza Monterrey, with a total of over 130 participants. This is someone who truly understands the binding power of international music. As someone who collaborates with emerging composers in Mexico and around the world, he is someone who is known to many people for his incredible percussion skills. Please allow me to introduce to you Mr. Eusebio Sánchez.
The other one is La Sandunga by Israel Moreno, which is an amazing marimba player. I will make a little speech about migration, that is the issue today and tonight in Madrid, today in Cleveland. So marimba, as you see this great instrument, it's a big example of migration because firstly, Africans came to Mexico because of slaveryism and that complicated issues. And then they started to perform their marimbas that were really different from this one. And like 200 years ago, marimba developed in Mexico to a really similar form like this. And when the train was developed, Mexicans from Chiapas went to Illinois. And then in Illinois, there was a luthier that transformed the marimba into an instrument that is really American and has great impact, that is the xylophone. His name was Vigan. So Digan developed the marimba in a more a sophisticated way, let's say. And then after the World War II, and because of all the issues, Japanese persons started to adopt the marimba. So this marimba that we see here today, it's a French mark. It's very old, but the model and the acoustics and the aesthetics are Japanese, because Japanese marimbas were the first to be like industrialized. So it's an instrument from Mexico to all the world, and that's my message for today. So I will perform a piece for you. Thank you. Thank you so much. This piece was Sandunga by Israel Moreno, and firstly it was an improvisation by myself. So thank you so much for inviting me to this Sister Cities conference. And I will make another improvisation called Hiritla, that is from my album Hiritla, that you can find in all the platforms like Spotify, Deezer, and whatever you want to hear your favorite music. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Eusebio. That was incredible. Thank you for closing out our Sister Cities Conference. Once again, thanks to the Cleveland Public Library, to the Cleveland Foundation, to the Annisfield Book Awards. Thank you to our sponsors, Platform Brewery, the Downtown Alliance, Supply Side, the Rotary Club of Cleveland, Growth Ops, Eaton. Thanks to Team NEO. Thank you, Margaret Wong and Associates. Much for Council of International Programs, Taiwan Sister Cities, 12 Literary Arts in Ulmer. I want to thank the Cleveland Public Library staff, and we're going to conclude now with one more song, and that'll close us out for the Sister Cities Conference. Thank you.
Thank you so much.